We work from home, we work for us. And many times we need to take our work outside the home, not necessarily a corporate setting or at the university where I work, but we need to just get out of the house. So we make it kind of an activity with us, with our family and whatnot. We really try to find a nice work spot somewhere in public or somewhere outside or even by the beach so we can get our stuff done. And honestly, I feel like it makes a huge difference.
It makes a huge difference that we live in a college town, so we can walk into the local college USF student dining hall.
This day we actually tried out the Nest, which is a student dining hall at USF, the University of South Florida. Basically, you just pay at the door, then you sit around and eat and work. And I mean, most of the students just come in and eat and hang out. But we came to plug up our laptops and our camera chargers and our phone chargers and get things done.
Like, let's say when she wants just stuff, growing up. What are we gonna tell? Are we gonna say no? Because, it costs money and we don't want to waste money, or we don't have money, or we have a family budget? Or are we gonna tell her something like, you can have it if you can find a way to pay for it? Like, what are we gonna say? Are we just gonna shut her down? Are we gonna give her everything she wants? Because I feel like there's a certain point where you're just spoiling her, and she's just gonna be a spoiled brat. But then also we don't want to do that. But I don't want her to grow up thinking there's limits and she can't do things, and it's gonna hold her back in life. I feel like I grew up with so many limitations. And in my mind, I think that like I'm not qualified, or I can't accomplish something, or I don't deserve to have something all the time. So I don't want her to have those type of limitations. How are we gonna do this?
So my opinion is to have some type of structure. Right?
Okay.
Like the structure can be very dependent on return of investment. Like return of investment is very important. For instance, if she's wanting to, and that's Amara, if she's wanting to like run off to go participate in an activity, I want to know from her, why is she doing it? What does she hope to get out of it? Those are two important things. That's where we get to make the call as adults. I do want her to have that opportunity to try different things, but she has to understand why she's trying it, not just doing it for the heck of it. Because it costs money, so there needs to be an ROI.
Everything's ROI with you.
She has to have an ROI. She needs to understand the importance of ROI.
What if she just wants, stuff? Something she saw on TV or something that the other kids have, and she's asking for it.
Why? Don't tell me it's just because she saw somebody else with it.
Really?
Why, and what do you hope to get out of it? What do you hope to use it for? How does it add to her life? You know what I mean?
Okay, so we're gonna teach her that don't buy junk. Or
Yeah,
don't go out, don't chase crap.
Don't accumulate crap.
Choose something that's gonna enhance your life, and then we'll talk about getting it for you.
You don't get an extra makeup kit just because you want one.
Okay.
Unless it's for your...
What if it's for
It's a
her
business
channel?
expense, yeah. If it's a business expense, that's fine.
Okay.
Hence ROI. We're going to have a conversation about return of investment. It's very important. See that logo back there? It's USF. She has to understand, she has to be able to explain what is the ROI of going to an institution like this. Is it worth it or not?
What if she's like we're going to the grocery store, right? And we're picking out, our food for the week. Is she, what if she just wants to pick out what foods she wants? Are we going to be like, yeah, whatever foods you want to put in the basket. We all do that, so it's cool. That's just what we do. We put all the food we want in the basket. Or is it going to be like, no, I don't think that's very healthy. Put it back. Or are we gonna be like, no, I don't have extra money for the jump that you wanna have? Because when I grew up, I'm just thinking about like all the times like I was told no, right? And I feel like the general narrative for no for me was either because I'm a girl, girls don't do that, girls can't have that, or it was because we don't have the money for that. No, you can't do it, there's no money. Oh, we can't have that, there's no money. Oh, you can't have like the cereal you want because that's like $1 extra from the cereal that we normally buy. So you can't have that one. Or you can have the toys you want because of the money. It's never like, well, that's not going to enhance your life or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
No.
or I can't go do things because, you know, maybe my dad doesn't like the influence. So he'll be like, no, that's for white people or something like that. Or, you know what I mean? Like, so there were certain things that I couldn't do that I had limits on, and it's just all because of like unfair circumstances. We're either too poor, or it's just like I'm not someone who fits into that group because I'm a girl, and because maybe I grew up in a immigrant home. You know, my dad doesn't consider me part of everyone else, and he doesn't want American influence on me or something. So.
Well, those concerns are part of the things that we're going to upgrade and create a better environment for her to thrive. One of which is not putting other people's expectations on her. She should live up to her own expectations. Now, obviously, we're going to teach her, put guardrails and teach her what's right and what's wrong, what's return of investment and things like that. So, not having money is a valid concern.
I feel like
She's
the
sleeping.
not having money part is, even though we don't have money, I don't think we should allow that to be the reason why, or we shouldn't make that the excuse why something can't happen. I think the rule for our family should be like, well, okay, maybe we don't have the money, but we should look for the money to make this happen. It shouldn't be the reason why.
Well, we better get to work then.
So we need to set that example for her. Like, if you need money to do something or to get something, you need to find out where the money's going to come from. It's not a no. It's just
Right, find the money. Okay, yeah, that's another way to look at it. Find the money, because there's a way that you can find the money.
Because I grew up thinking if there's no money, well, there's nothing you can do. You just can't have it. You're just a poor person. There's no money for that. So
No, we're gonna teach her how to find the
have
money.
those limits.
Find the money can be like selling lemonade. It
Yeah.
can be like
You know,
creating an online store and selling things. Find the money, then you can have it.
While we were there, we got some work done. We even had a family discussion about how we don't want to start spoiling Amara, and we figured out how we're going to do it. And then once we were done working, we head out and we went to the pier as usual. And we went to go sit there and stare at the water and have a full discussion.
Among other things that we talked about was empathy and showing empathy to others. Just to reiterate, showing empathy is not just being nice. What you're doing is you're opening up the possibility for connection and mutual understanding. Empathy has the power to transform the way we interact with the world. So let's make it a case for empathy for ourselves and everyone around us.
Here's to empathy, man. Empathy. Making our lives better. Make it a great day or not. With empathy.
Go be an empath.
The choice is yours.